Hello and welcome back to Zwift Route Guides. We're going to look at Watopia Figure 8 reverse course today. This is the second race of the fall 2021 ZRL season and is the first points race of the season. So let's get into the footage. So you can see here that we start downtown. You would start up to the right on the start pens there and then come through the start-finish line. This course takes in 2 sprints and the Zwift KOM twice, the reverse and forward for each of those respectively. Now we're going to get out to the first sprint pretty quickly. We go through the rollers out here before heading up the hill on the right here. Now it's a good idea to start picking up your speed coming down this hill because the sprint is really short. You're going to see here that we hit it over the bridge and it takes me about 16 seconds. You'll probably do it quite a bit faster than me because I'm not a sprinter. I'm also on a TT bike. Probably be looking about 7 to 12 seconds through there. Maybe less. And then again, there's not a lot of time in between that and your first time up the reverse KOM. You go over the bridge here. Again, I would suggest getting up to speed before hitting the start banner there. And the steepest sections of this climb do come at the beginning. So you'll see right here, we're going to hit 6, 7, up to I believe 11% there. And then we continue on. It's pretty steep before it levels out a bit, goes up to another 7%. And then from here out, it's pretty level. There is a short descent to come as well, but doesn't really get back up above 3 to 4%. So by this point, you're going to want to be in whatever group because that will be faster than staying solo, unless you have the power to just go by yourself the whole time, which maybe you do. We're going to get there, turn left. When you turn left, don't forget it is a slight uphill sprint, so if you are with a group and planning to sprint for that finish line, you're probably going to want to wait a couple seconds because it can be a bit longer than it looks to get through that banner. Now you have quite a bit of time in between the segments here, so the group may well slow down a little bit and you can kind of recover before returning to the villages for the sprint proper. While we do that, we're going to take a look at how the points breakdown is for the ZRL. So riders are all assigned rider points based on their finishing position, fastest through segments, and first across the line segments. These points are then totaled across a team, and the team's total points then determines their league points that they're assigned for this race. So first across the line is awarded to the top 10 riders across the line on every lap, and this allows breakaways to get a lot of points if they're able to keep the top 10 points just within the breakaway. Fastest through is awarded to the top 10 times on a fastest through segment across the whole race. So if you have 3 laps, then you have 3 chances to get into the top 10, but it is just the top 10 overall from across all 3 chances that are awarded. You'll see here we're getting through the sprint section. You're going to want to be up to speed ahead of time again. It is quite a bit longer than the first sprint section. It's about 350 meters. Takes me about 30 seconds. You'll probably see people hitting down towards 15 if they're actual sprinters, especially at the higher levels. Now we're going to go and return through downtown before getting out to the Zwift KOM. Rider points are also assigned for finishing position. First place gets 40 points, second 35, third gets 30, then it decreases by 1 until 23 for 10th position, and it continues down from there, and I'll link to the points breakdown on the WTRL website in the section below. You can see here we're getting out towards the KOM, and we're up onto the KOM proper. You'll see me take far longer than 2 minutes. The higher levels you probably see about 90 seconds to 2 minutes in the A divisions, and slightly longer going down from there. You will notice that this levels off before the finish, just as you turn right here. And it is a bit of an uphill finish, but it is still relatively flat. You can sprint over that section, but the climb is long enough that you don't really need to be with a group coming into that section, because there's not that much distance from when the climbing stops to when you're over that banner. So returning to the points breakdown. So how the league points works is, say your 4-man team has a really good week, you score 121 points. But there's another team that has an even better week, they have 140. That team would then beat you in the positions. So assuming you're the top 2 teams in your division for that week, the team with 140 points is first, the team with 121, yours, is second. The team with 140 points is then assigned 20 league points. Your team with 121 is then assigned 19 league points. So you are only down 1 league point on the other team going into the following week. You do not need to make up the 19 rider points. With that being said, there's a couple different tricks that you could try to score more points on. So things like the figure 8 reverse here, you're only doing 1 lap. So everyone only has 1 shot for the fastest time segments on all 4 of the segments that you take in. So you may want to have 1 or 2 riders dedicated to just trying to get the fastest time segment up those hills by having them have an ultralight bike setup, whereas you might want to have 1 or 2 people trying just for the sprint points for the fastest time segments on those sprints. You can see here we come into the finish line and we've completed the course. If you found this helpful, then give it a thumbs up. Let me know how your races go. Have a good weekend and good luck in the ZRL.